3, 2, 1, go! Greetings, Rigil Agateiades here today with another suit whose name is not very English. This 550 cost support type mobile suit is the Sisquiede. We start the game off with a very sussy move, crouch and charge for 10 whole seconds. You all know something huge is coming when you have to charge for that long. Enemy comes, a big lot of nothing because I forget even with beam cannons there's a projectile speed. With a power of 1000 for each of the 7 maximum hits, this beam launcher can do some serious damage on anything if hit properly. For one exception, itself. The strongest ability on this Sisquiede is the eye field generator. After activation, the beam launcher generates an eye field that nullifies all beam attacks almost completely. It is not reliable to use after getting hit, so I fired it off early here, but did that way too early so it was completely wasted. Not a big deal, we can do a lot more damage in return. The main weapon is the long-range beam rifle. A beam rifle that requires standing still to fire but staggers and deals respectable damage as well. Range of 500 meters, it is more than sufficient to be the main weapon. But while waiting for its 65% heat rate to cool down, there is the beam rifle quickfire. Separate heat gauge from the main weapon, this is the same gun fired in 3 round bursts. Same damage if you hit all 3 shots with 35 times 3 to make it 115% stagger. Excuse me, offense system! Invincibility on activations, just like other special systems, it repairs all part damage and gives the Sisquiede extra skills based on remaining health. We try to melee after staggering the gun tank, but enemy stops us instead, and the emergency evasion on the support type is also level 2, meaning we still have thrusters left if we started off with more than 70 thrusters. That and forced injectors level 3, all thanks to the offense mode. First respawn with a rare Rigil on foot scene. Not sure if this is the right move because our spawn would be a bit awkward after this, but I guess it's far back enough to be safe. Is it worth to take this risk though, because supporting fires are as useless as always. It's just a bonus though, so nothing to be sad about. Enemies are really far away or hasn't spawned in. Now is the time to set up our mega cannon. Not a very good direction we chose here because this is a game of running anti-clockwise, but it is what it is. Teammate helped us with a smoke grenade to give us stealth and even staggered an enemy for us, but our cannon just wasn't ready. Such a shame. Second opportunity, but this time the containers just kept him out of sight. Screw all of this waiting, we're going in the old-fashioned way. Get too obsessed with the mega cannon and your team loses a support type for the entire duration you wait. Rather do something less rewarding but equally, if not more important, shooting. I think we shot a whole lot of nothing, but I couldn't really tell because we are looking at the sun. We got a kill, so let's say I did fine. Peek out of this corner and the beam rifle shot comes back in return. Time to show the strength of the eye field. After activation, you can walk right into the open and shoot at the enemy one-sidedly while their beam rifles do close to nothing against you. Last triple burst was a full hit and that's 4000 damage compared to the hundreds we took. I take that as a complete win. Impressed how I managed to shoot him through my teammates' legs, that followed up shortly with a triple hit on a moving target, the stun just at the right time keeping our teammates untouched. Well, until the 4v1 guy stood up with an invincibility, that is. Put a nice shot on the enemy there, but suddenly we become the front line as the enemy team tries to run our team down with their numbers advantage. Bit of a problem on the Sisquiede because compared to other support types, we don't have the weapons to stop such a push. Eye field activated, but all that comes flying at us are bazookas and missiles and a raid type. Second respawn, spawning all the way back hoping to set up the mega cannon. Enemies are very far away, but anything can happen within these 10 seconds. Double check they are within range, just have to wait for the charge time. 3, 2, 1, go! Straight into the general type with a bonus kill by scratching what's behind him. That's the job of this mega cannon done for this match. Also picked up a raid type kill since he was low on the left. Bit of a summary on this is good firepower, and even better if the mega cannon goes off. I-field can be useful and is useful most of the time. Decent mobility as a support type as well, and an offense system to top things off. No wonder it is a common sight at 550. Got 2 extra kills during all that talking. Even though we overheated the beam rifles, the recovery isn't disastrous, so if we can get a kill off that, it's not that bad of an idea. Couldn't take the kill there since we overheated on purpose, but team gets the kill anyway, so no harm done. Took the roof while waiting for the enemy team to spawn. With our relatively long range, we should be able to use our long range rifle without taking returning fire from here. Enjoy some bad Rigil aiming. Aim is especially important on this Sisquiede since you don't get that many weapons to spray with. Great damage on the general type here. Always keep yourself out of the line of sight of the enemy support or you'll face the same fate. They got close, time to toggle on the I-field. More bad Rigil aiming, then we get hit by a bazooka from the left. Oh no, it's the raid type. Seems like our time has come. Last attempts to deal some damage before we go down, and of course I miss every single shot there. Maybe I should have shot the raid type instead since it's way harder to miss. Thought we're over, but then our general type arrives. Saved. Back to the job of missing shots from the best firing position on the map. Our general type did a really good job this game. We were barely harassed by that raid type throughout the entire game. Toggle on the I-field and ignore more returning fire. The I-field is to some degree more satisfying than the mega cannon, especially with the special effects. Another kill while taking nothing, but the 2 shots from that raid type, this I-field is simply unfair. Can't get the final kill through all those teammates again. Not having to do the dirty work ourselves is a blessing in itself though. This team has some very good teamwork and that deserves some praise. Bad example right at the very end. I charged the mega beam cannon, but halfway through I figured out with the spawn protection the enemy gets, they can shoot us while we can't do anything against them, and immediately backed off. Don't do that like me, I guess. Wonderful game on the Sisquiede. Mostly thanks to the great work by our general types so that we can do our work and take 7 kills without a raid type harassing us at all. Mega beam cannon is crack, but the I-field is even better. That and the offense system making this Sisquiede a support type for any situation. That's it from me today. Latest.